After a good number of years of waiting for a Birch Forest update, today, as the brand new snapshot, we're finally actually seeing some updates to the Birch Forest, and all forests for that matter, because now as we can see, it looks very different, as we can see, especially considering we have brand new items, brand new flowers, brand new blocks, and even brand new mob variants inside this first snapshot of 2025. Because when you head inside a Birch Forest or old growth Birch Forest, you're now going to find a brand new type of flower called wildflowers. They actually work pretty similar to the pink petals you find in cherry groves, where you could actually stack them in one place 4 separate times. So you have like 4 different types of variants of these flowers you could actually have inside the single world, as we can see right here. And these wildflowers can be used to get some yellow dye if you want. As of right now, that's pretty much it with the Birch Forest, which, you know, one different type of new flower isn't really completely changing up the Birch Forest as we want, but still, this is at least something. And something else that's something is the fact that, as we can see, there's actual particles falling from the leaf blocks, because every single leaf block now will actually have small little leaf particles floating itself all the way down to the floor, meaning in certain biomes, such as say the forest biome, you're actually going to have huge clumps of leaf litters scattered all across the place, which, if I can say one thing, I think this might be just a little bit much, at least as of right now, but at the very least, this is an actual really cool addition, as we can see right here. And it also does work very similar to, say, like how the wildflowers actually generate, where you can actually put it in like 4 different types of variants, as we can see right here. So new types of like ways you can actually explore the forest and reasons to actually explore the forest is actually really welcoming and really cool. I just, again, think this is a bit much, just mildly a bit too much right now. If you want more of these, it seems though you can bone meal them. You can bone meal these types of flowers, but you can't bone meal the leaf litters at all. But if we grow our own tree, will it actually generate any leaf litters? I guess there's only really one way to find out, as we shall see eventually at some point. Maybe. Maybe not. Okay, I think as of right now, they don't actually generate from like any naturally generated trees, but only like from the natural generation, which probably explains why there's just so many of them all across the place. And normal forests aren't the only place you can actually find a whole bunch of these leaf litters. They can also be found in huge abundance all across Dark Oak Forest, as we can see right here. They don't have any specific tool you can use, and it seems actually as though, something I didn't even realize until now, but depending on where you're actually looking will depend on where the hitbox actually is. So if we say like place down 4 separate ones, we have this big one, but if we only have like say 3 separate ones, that we will have a normal. Nope. Okay, this is very weird. We could see it kind of like this with 2 separate hitboxes, but with this one we can only see 1 big hitbox. So I'm not exactly sure how that entirely works, but just know that there is some mild differences when it comes to actually breaking these things, as we can see. And I guess while we are on the topic of forests, pale gardens are one of the biomes that just people have problems with, like its size for the longest time, which I necessarily didn't have that problem, but I knew a lot of people did. But now, as of this one snapshot, they should be much bigger. Okay, this is a really bad example. But just know that pale gardens should be just marginally bigger. I think as opposed to like finding 2 separate trees, you should be finding at least a little bit more now as this one update. And just check out for sure, I'm going to check out that bowl of pale gardens with that woodland mansion right in the middle. And something else that's actually pretty noteworthy is the fact that pale gardens will now actually allow woodland mansions to generate, meaning on Bedrock Edition, you should actually finally be able to see that woodland mansion back, assuming things actually go back to normal. But yeah, as we can see right here, it does seem as though there's at least a little bit more pale garden, at least when it comes to like the trees around the place. And I know for a fact, behind the pale garden bowl, there were like small splodges of pale garden, so maybe we could check that out. But if we take a quick look here, yep, mansion is still here in Java, and hopefully that mansion should be back there in Bedrock. Also, yep, pale garden is just marginally bigger. I remember around here there was like 2 trees, maybe 3, but now there's just a small bit more, as we can see right now. Also, this is what I get for not reading the entire challenge on full, but there is a way to get the leaf litters by smelting any type of leaf inside of a furnace. So now, as we can see, if this thing actually manages to smelt, then we should be getting a whole bunch of leaf litters from this one single one. I thought we were going to get a little bit more than that, but still, the fact that we can get these like in abundance now does signify the fact that there is like a reason to not have as many as we can see around the place. So maybe, again, it might be better if we scale it down just marginally, just a little bit, okay? Just a tad, okay? Because I just think personally, this is just a bit much for me. But something that's not a bit much for me is pigs. Yeah, seriously, because now as this one snapshot, there's actually multiple pig variants you can actually find across the world. In, like, neutral type biomes, such as, like, forests, like what we're in right here. We're gonna get the standard pig we've seen for several years at this point that we all know and love right now. But if we go to a more warmer or colder climated biome, then we're actually gonna get a different type of pig. Take this taiga we can see right here. This is a mildly colder biome than like the normal forest we were just in, and now we are getting, not that type of pig, we are getting this type of pig we can see right here, which is way more pale and way more, way more different than what we're normally expecting, because I think, unless I'm forgetting something, which, you know, with the whole leaf litter thing, it's pretty likely. Actually, I was forgetting things because they did this to wolves, but it is cool to see, like, really old type of mobs finally getting, like, some form of update, whether it be, like, mob variants, new drops, or anything like that. But yeah, that's the cold type of pig we get from there, but if we go over here, we get, no, not you, we get this type, no, not you, we get, this is a desert, isn't it? Come on. Well, maybe that's because they don't actually generate inside of deserts, but other warm biomes, my bad. But if you go inside a Badlands biome, then we could see a brand new type of very orangey pig. I was not expecting you to blend in so well into the Mesa Badlands biome, but I guess here we are, and yeah, this is the new type of pig you're gonna expect to see inside Badlands, inside of jungles, inside of several other different types of, like, warmer climated biomes we see all across the world. But you're still more than likely gonna see this type of pig more often than not. If you breed, say, like, 2 different types of pigs, then what will happen is it will be dependent on, like, which type of pig you're actually breeding will determine, like, the randomness. Like, you could either get a 50-50 chance of getting, like, a normal pig or a warmer pig. But what does a baby warm pig look like? Let's see if we can figure that out. You and you breed up, and let's have a look. You are adorable. I think I'm gonna get to like you a lot. Something else I might like a lot is the fact that Loadstones can now actually generate inside of ruined portals. Obviously not this one, because I was very unlucky. But why do you need luck when you have commands? I do need a bit of luck. An incredible amount of luck. Where is this thing? Oh, inside the chest. Can you tell this is my first time playing this new snapshot? But yeah, you could find Loadstones inside of ruined portal chests. Now, that might seem incredibly unbalanced and incredibly good, but these things have actually had an entire crafting recipe change. Because now instead of needing netherite, you're only going to need a single iron ingot instead. Which, you know, I'm kind of okay with, but I'm kind of, I don't know. I love these blocks, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love them, and I love the fact that we could actually use them in way more abundance now. I just thought it was really cool that we had, like, a super rare, super, I don't know, different type of block where if you had a whole bunch of these, it'd be like, whoa, this guy's been on a long time. But again, maybe this change will have to just stick. Maybe it just needs a bit of time. And I guess that's why we do have blocks in netherite still. But yeah, in general, this is how the very first snapshot is actually beginning, with plenty of different changes and plenty of different interesting types of variations of things. From first impressions, it seems as though this snapshot is really leaning into, like, the natural elements of Minecraft, where we have new types of animal variants, new types of things in forests, and many different types of things like that. And maybe if this is the way they're actually going to be leaning into inside this one next drop, then I think it'd be okay. I would like to see some new blocks. I would like to see, obviously, less of this around the place, but generally, I think this could be a pretty decent drop. But yeah, let me know what you think of it down below. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later.